Namaste again, and it's wonderful to be here with you for our last session today in our 1 month long journey into vibrational healing this May, the whole of May, and of course the series that we had before that in April. So we've been together for, I think, 18 sessions already. All of them are there on Fomonomo for you to watch one after the other, to revise anything that you might have forgotten or not seen earlier. So look forward to this amazing journey with you also in the future, perhaps in a new format at any time. Yesterday, we had a shorter session where we recapped the understanding of the Meru or the Sri Chakra, the Sri Yantra in its physical form, in its three-dimensional form, how it maps on to the human body, the 9 levels of the Sri Chakra which coincide with 9 chakras of the human body. So I hope you all remember those, and if you don't, we can revise them very quickly. So what are the 9 levels of the Sri Yantra? Okay, so this is the Sri Yantra. These are the 9 levels that you had seen yesterday. All these 9 levels map on to the human body like a pyramid. Yes, and you can look at the earlier sessions just to revise in detail what the 9 levels are, but very quickly, at the base of your body is the Mooladhara Chakra or the Trailokya Mohana Chakra. Next to it is the Chakra of the waters, the Rasas, the Swadhisthana Chakra, but in Sri Vidya, what is it called? The fulfiller of all desires, Sarvasha Paripuraka Chakra. Then above that, at the navel and the solar plexus, we have the chakra which has all the plays, the fiery plays of our nature, of our consciousness, of our digestive system, of the heat and the cooling, where everything is mixed, churned, etc., processed, put out, sometimes imbalanced, sometimes in harmony. Sarva Sankshobhana Chakra, the space, the center of all the churning, Sarva Sankshobhana Chakra, the fiery chakra. Then we come to the heart. At the heart, what did we have? Sarva Saubhagyadayaka Chakra, which means the giver of all auspiciousness, the giver of love, the giver of flows from the heart. So all auspiciousness, all peace, all that comes from the heart chakra at the chest and the center, along the spinal cord, along the heart axis. So that is Sarva Saubhagyadayaka Chakra. Then you come to the throat, the Vishuddhi Chakra, and that in Sri Vidya is called Sarvartha Sadhaka Chakra, the one that gives meaning, the one that fulfills what is inside your consciousness in its true creative meaning. So also a creative chakra, the Vishuddhi Chakra, but also that which gives expression to your inner consciousness. So at the Vishuddhi Chakra. Then you come to the Agnya Chakra, which is the Sarva Rakshakara Chakra. The Agnya Chakra is in Sri Vidya called the Sarva Rakshakara Chakra, which is, what does Raksha mean? Protection. So that which is so willful, so forceful, that can harmonize all the lower chakras and create harmonious working, and hence great energy and protection for the body, for the consciousness, for the mind, for the emotions, for your whole nervous network, for your whole Nadi network. It can be controlled and protected from here if this is in harmony. Sarva Rakshakara Chakra in line with your pituitary gland. Then we come to this point right in the middle of your forehead, that is Sarva Rogahara Chakra, the remover of all negativities, the remover of evil, the remover of, if this is in control, if this is in peace, your mind remains in harmony, there is no electrical short circuits in the brain, you are protected from even things like epilepsy, but also when this chakra is strengthened, you have the power and the consciousness of a healer. So, Sarva Rogahara Chakra, then at the hairline between the forehead and the crown, you have the point which is Sarva Siddhi Prada Chakra. So, giver of all siddhis, which means giver of all extra normal abilities. Siddhis we call them in Sanskrit. So, Sarva Siddhi Prada Chakra, the giver of all siddhis. That's the 8th chakra. And then above that, you have the crown, the Sahasrara Chakra, the 1000-petaled lotus, which is also called Sarvananda Maya Chakra. Sarva Ananda Maya Chakra. The chakra, the level of bliss. So the ultimate point, the bindu, as you saw, this point, the bindu, the top is this chakra, which is called Sarvananda Maya Chakra. So these are the 9 levels of our consciousness which are mapped on to this beautiful, sacred symbol which has the most amazing geometry, the most perfect geometry one can imagine, and it is divided into many kinds of levels. That one of the ways in which it is divided is into 9 vertical levels of our body and our consciousness, which coincide with our energy centers. So yesterday we had also revised this once, and today we are going to revise it again. And namaste to everyone. I see a lot of people here. Supriya, thank you. Yes, we have a lot of women working in the village, and they are producing the most beautiful things, rugs, linen, bags, masks, etc. And we have opened an online shop on our Shruti Foundation website, and today we are going to have another session at 5:30 on Shruti Foundation Facebook Live. So those who are not too busy after this session can log on to Shruti Foundation Facebook Live and watch our next session, which is Building Immunity with Secrets of Indian Heritage. So be with me for that session as well. That will be quite different from this session with new secrets every single time. So look forward to you being there as well. But coming back to our session right now, we had done 3 Bija mantras yesterday for 3 chakras, and we were on to the 4th one before we had to suddenly end that session yesterday. So we are going to complete that whole thing today. Just a moment. Okay, so get yourself ready. So we remember the 3 chakras we concentrated on yesterday with 3 Bija mantras for each one. So at the Trailokya Mohana Chakra, which is at your base along your tailbone, at the point where your body sits on your chair or on the ground, wherever you're sitting right now. So at the Mooladhara or the Trailokya Mohana Chakra, at the base of your body, at the base of the Sri Chakra. So imagine your body as a Sri Chakra, and so at that square base with the circle of 3, which means you are attracting. Imagine that when you concentrate on the base, you are attracting the energy and storing it in your Kundalini Shakti at the bottom from the three levels of the universe. Bhu, Bhuva, Swa, the level of the physicality, the level of the pranic atmosphere, and the level of light or illumination or enlightenment. So, from all the levels of the universe, we are attracting all that and connecting it with the Aadhar of our body, which stores all our information, which stores all our energy. So, at that Aadhar, we are collecting all that energy. So, feel the light, feel a glow inside your body, and the sound is Dram. So, once again, we quickly go through the three together. Once more. Dram, take a deep breath. Again. So whenever we chant, we feel that energy in that area. Now we come to the Swadhisthana Chakra or the Sarvasha Paripuraka Chakra, the filler of all desires, the mover of all rasas in your consciousness, at your belly and in line with your lower back. And the sound is Dream. And now at the navel and the solar plexus, at the Sarva Sankshobhana Chakra, and the sound is Kleem. So K-L-E-E-M, Kleem. But it's not M at the end, nor is it NG, it's just a nasal sound like the Bindu. So take a deep breath. Now at the heart, Sarva Saubhagyadayaka Chakra, the giver of all peace and auspiciousness and all good fortune through a lot of goodwill and a lot of love. So feel the energy inside your heart, take a deep breath, and the sound is Bloom. B-L, L like L, okay? Not L, L. So B-L-O-O-M. and bindu or M, but not really M, the nasal sound. So bloom. Okay. At the heart, and now we come to the throat, the level of the throat. Just a second, please. And at the level of the throat, what is it called? Sarvartha Sadhaka Chakra, the expressor of your consciousness. So whatever lies internally is expressed through the Sarvartha Sadhaka Chakra, or also called the Vishuddhi Chakra. So through the Vishuddhi Chakra at the level of the throat, it is the externalizing consciousness, the externalizing mind. So whatever is in your consciousness gets externalized through this chakra. So for complete expressive power, for complete creative power, strengthen this chakra, harmonize it with the sound Sah. So here it's not a nasal sound at the end, it is an aspirate. You push out your breath. Sah. So you hear me once and then we will repeat 3 times, okay? At the throat, Sarvartha Sadhaka Chakra. So take a deep breath. Again. Again. And if we are not doing it long, if we were to do it really quickly, then it would be sa, 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 sa. So like a visarg sound, okay? So when you do it long, then it gets elongated after the sound, okay? So that's what we just did for the throat. It cleanses the throat. What was the other sound we had learnt earlier when we had done the Pancha Mahabhuta Chakras? Very useful in times right now when you have to build your immunity against bacteria, against catching a cold. The other sound for this chakra was hum. Hum. Yes? And the Sri Vidya Bija Mantra which we are learning today is Saha. Saha. Okay? Yes. Okay. Now, feel better? I hope you chanted with full breath. You will already start feeling better. And if you do it about 9 times, you'll feel really good. Your throat will feel instantly better if you have a pain or you have a cold. If you do it at least 9 or 12 times, you will feel better. Maybe we will do this together a few times. Let's do this one 9 times. See how you feel, okay? To see how you feel. Take a deep breath. Saha. Take a deep breath, feel it in your throat. Saha. Take a deep breath, feel it in your throat. Saha. Take a deep breath. Saha. Deep breath. Saha. 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 Also, if you want to build your auditory power, power of speech, beauty of sound when you speak, then strengthening this chakra is extremely helpful with this Bija mantra and also the earlier one which I demonstrated to you. Okay, so do chant these. These really strengthen and harmonize the different parts of the body and the different organs and the psychosomatic states connected with each one of these levels of our body and our consciousness. Okay. So, next one. Where are we? We are at the Agnya Chakra now, at the point between the eyebrows. So it is called the Agnya Chakra, but what is it called in Sri Vidya? In the Sri Chakra, it is called the protector. Sarva Raksha Kara Chakra. Sarva Raksha Kara Chakra. And what was the sound? We know here Om. We know the sound Om. But in the Sri Chakra, what are we chanting? We are chanting a very powerful sound which ends in Om but also creates lightning. So, Kri, Krom, Krom. Like Mahakali, the sound of lightning, the sound of time space, the sound of breaking through time space is Kreem, which is also the sound of, so-called sound of the devastative force, the force which is surgical, the force of Kali. But here, what are we chanting? Here, this is the will force, a very strong force that we have, and the sound is Krom. Krom. So, concentrate on the Agnya Chakra. Feel your Agnya Chakra. Feel the light here. Feel the concentration between the eyebrows. Feel a circular energy here. Feel it. And with all the power here between the eyebrows at your third eye, we will chant together Krom. Okay, take a deep breath. Krom. 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 Very powerful sound, and the longer you make it, the more intensity you build in your will chakra. This is the chakra of will, the protector. So, very important chakra. But of course, when you build strength into your chakras, always do it with great surrender to the universal force which guides you, to the universal Shakti that guides you, to the divine mother of the universe that guides you. Always be humble while you are absorbing these great energies through these great seed sounds. These great bija mantras have great force. They bring in great force into the body. But you must let the force be absorbed with gentleness, with flow, with humility, with surrender. Bija mantras are not simple things to be played around with. They are very, very powerful forces. So we must invite them through our vocal cords into our being with great humility, great surrender, and great simplicity. Please remember that always. Don't play with such strong forces. Pray and absorb them with great simplicity and great humility. Always pray to the Guru within you, to your Gurus outside you, to the universal forces, to the universal Shakti, and ask for simplicity and surrender while you allow these great forces, these great seed sounds to harmonize, to cleanse, and to empower your being. Remember, humility, surrender, simplicity. Always. Okay? So, we just experienced the sound of the third eye chakra, which is called the Sarva Raksha Kara chakra, the protector chakra, the all protective layer of your consciousness, the all protected level of the Shri chakra or the Shri yantra. Now we come to the middle of the forehead. Now feel all these energies are still vibrating inside your body. Whatever you have chanted so far is all vibrating inside your body. So just remember that, relax your body, keep your body relaxed, keep your head relaxed, keep your shoulders relaxed, keep your back relaxed. And now come to this point. Sarva Roga Hara Chakra. Sarva Roga Hara Chakra means the remover of all negative conditions. Roga means negative condition, illness, disease. So the remover of all illness, whether it is physiological, emotional, mental. So at this level, when you master this level, when you connect with this level, when you strengthen this level, when you harmonize this level, you can control the flows of your body and remove all negative conditions and harmonize yourself. So, and the sound is a little complicated. Okay? So, I am going to write that sound down. Okay, just a minute. Hasak Prem. Okay? So, Hasak Prem is not a simple sound, and actually I cannot teach you all the mudras because the mudras are quite complicated. So we probably have to have a physical workshop at some point, wherever in Delhi, where I am right now, in Rajasthan, in our beautiful Haveli, Heritage Haveli. That's where we do all our healing workshops, or whichever city you belong to. But Bija mantras are the mudras are very difficult to learn on video, particularly some of the really complicated mudras of the Sri Chakra, like this one, Hasak Prem. The sound is also a little complicated, but the mudra is even more very, not very easy at all. It twists your whole body basically, so we cannot teach it to you on this platform. How do we chant this Bija mantra, this seed sound? It's a combination of, it's a complex seed sound. It's not one syllable, it's two syllables. Yes? So what's the sound? Hask Prem. Hask Prem. So don't close your mouth at the end, it's a nasal sound, okay? Hask Prem. Nasal. Goes up. So feel the sound here. Feel the sound coming up. Don't close your mouth at the end. Feel it going nasal and up. Hask Prem. Hask Prem. Hask Prem. So feel the sound going up and vibrating this part of your head. Hask Prem. Okay? So if you practice it, you'll get it. Pra, okay? Prem. Hask Prem. Not fa, not like father, and not pa, not like pat. It's pa, okay? Pa. That, so please be careful of the sound. Pa. Hask Prem. That's the sound. Hask Prem, not Prem. Hask Prem. Up here. Okay? That was Sarva Roga Hara Chakra. Yes. Now we go to the Sarva Siddhi Prada Chakra. Sarva Siddhi Prada Chakra is the giver of all siddhis. This is the 8th level of the Meru, of the Sri Chakra of our human body, which is mapped on to the Sri Chakra. So our body right now is one with the Meru, the mountain of consciousness, the Sri Yantra or the Sri Chakra, and our body as the Sri Chakra is broken up into 9 levels. We have covered 7 here at the Sarva Rogahara Chakra. This was the 7th one, the remover of all ailments, all illnesses, all negative conditions. And now we are here at the starting of the hairline between, at the point where the forehead ends and the crown begins. So that point right in the middle is the Sarva Siddhi Prada Chakra. Sarva Siddhi Prada Chakra, the giver of all siddhis, the level of all siddhis, all extra normal capabilities within us. So, and what is the sound here? Hasauhu. Hasauhu. Okay? Ha, sau, hu. Okay? I'm going to write it down for you. It is sauh actually, which we had, like we did sah, it's sauh, but when you say it, it sounds like sau hu. So I'm going to write it like that. Actually, the sound is hasauh, right? But when you pronounce it, you will say hasauh. Okay? Hasauh. Hu is not long, hu, like that. Okay? So keep your throat wide and open. Don't strain your throat. Feel your breath going right into your throat. Like feel your gullet really wide. There's a breath called Ujjayi breath, which you start doing that. What is the Ujjayi breath? When you take the breath in through your nose, not through your mouth, but feel the breath going down through your throat. And also when you breathe out, feel the breath coming back through your throat with a sound and then coming out with your through your nose. So when you do that, the throat becomes really strong, really protected. Ujjayi. So remember that. So keep your breath open, keep your throat open, and the sound hasauhu. Okay, take a deep breath at this level, the 8th level, Sarva Siddhi Prada Chakra. Ready? Take a deep breath. Hasauhu, 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 hasauhu. Okay? So that's the sound. You got it right now? Yes. Right. So we have covered 8 levels of our own body as the Shri Yantra. We have covered 8 levels of the Shri Yantra, which is also our own body. Yes? And is also the body of the Divine Mother. The Shri Yantra is called the body of the Divine Mother. We are all the Divine Mother. Because all vibration in the universe is called feminine. All potentiality is masculine, like when we talk about Shiva and Shakti, they are metaphors to potential energy, all the possibility, and then unfolding into creative force, into manifestive force, into every form and being. So everything that moves, everything that is created, everything that is moving, existing, breathing, vibrating, growing in the universe is all movement, all vibration. All vibration is Shakti. Shakti is seen as feminine. Yes? So all movement, all vibration, everything that moves, everything that's born, everything that grows, everything that dissolves, everything that's maintained in its vibrational state in the universe is all Shakti, all divine feminine, all movement. Yes? All the Divine Mother. So everything that moves exists as a hologram of the universe in 9 levels, which is mapped on to the Shri Chakra, which is also mapped on to our body, which is a representation or a hologram of this universe in which we exist. Okay? So hold that idea, hold that truth within you. It's not an idea, it's a reality. What we are saying today is a reality that we know deep within us but have forgotten in our minds because our minds are too cluttered. But when we go deep within, we will realize our oneness with the universal force. And then everything will become possible through us. Because we will become one with the flow of the universe. one with the flow from below, one with the flow from above, one with the flow from around us. We will understand the wisdom of what is happening in the universe. We will understand why something negative is happening, why something positive is happening. All will become clear without any pulls and pushes within us as we reach the ninth level, the ultimate point of the Meru, the ultimate space of bliss, the ultimate level of bliss. Sarvanandamaya Chakra, the 1,000-petal lotus, the Sahasrara, which is the dish antenna to the universe, which absorbs all the harmonies, all the vibrations of the universe if the petals are open and ready. So to reverse our energy upwards and take it upwards and help these antennae to open up, these petals to open up, and for the sake of experiencing the true bliss of the universe, we gather our energies together through the Om, through various other practices, through Tratak, through aspiration, through inspiration. We gather our energies, move them up so that we become ready to receive. For that, we need a lot of concentration, a lot of dedication, a lot of surrender, a lot of letting go of the pleasures we seek in our everyday lives. If we like to drink a lot, if we like to eat a lot, if we like to talk a lot, if we like to hang out with people a lot, if we are spending our time mindlessly with lack of inner consciousness, just because we think we have a lot of time to do the right things. Every moment is the only moment that exists in our lives. We never know what the next moment will bring. So let us never push anything right that we want to do for the future. The only moment that exists is this moment. So grab this moment in the purest, most beautiful, most adventurous way possible for a boost and a leap of consciousness, an adventure of consciousness. At the top, Sarvanandamaya Chakra. Concentrate. Feel the heat just above your head. Feel the heat. At the middle of your palm, you will feel the heat above your head. There's a point which is hotter than the rest. Yes? Yeah. That's where the universal energy enters and goes through your Sushumna Nadi down through your chakras. So that eternal energy that's flowing through you gives you its sign that it's there just by the heat above your head at one point. So concentrate there. And the sound is Ain. So it's also written as Ain or Ain. Okay. Sarvananda Maya Chakra, the level of bliss. And the sound is Ain. Okay, Ain. Ain is also the sound for, also known as the sound or the bija, the seed energy of Saraswati. Who is Saraswati? The giver of all knowledge, the giver of all information of the universe. So this is also that level where you absorb all the information of the universe. So sometimes we say Saraswati sits here. Yes, right on top, together, and she is playing the veena. So what is the significance of her playing the veena? All the strings, all the vibrations of the universe are vibrating so that they can be absorbed into your consciousness. So the sign of a musical instrument being played is the symbol. Saraswati playing the veena is the symbol of that force which knows all the notes of universal music, that can move all the strings of universal consciousness, that can gather all the melodies together like a bouquet of the vibrations of the universe and bring them down to you. So she sits right here, and the sound. So even if we don't go into the metaphor and to the symbolism of the idea of Saraswati, remember all these gods and goddesses that we have in our culture are energies. Do you know that your thought can create a living being? If your thought, if your Agnya Chakra is powerful enough, by your thought, you can actually create a physical being in front of you by a collection of all the vibrations of the atmosphere so close that they become a physical being. Because your body actually is not solid, it's a collection of energy around a magnetic core. This energy dissolves and becomes air again. So similarly, out of the atmosphere, which is not seen to you, by intensity of energy, something can be created. So when we think of a living deity, and sometimes people say, I saw the deity. When you imagine a form in front of you, and a collective imagines a form together, according to a cultural phenomena, then that collective intensity of energy can create that form. But the importance of the form is really its symbolism. But beyond that, the sound is not an idea. The sound is an actual energy which is emitting through your body and vibrating at a particular point. So even if we take away the forms, the idea of a goddess, the idea of religion, the idea of culture, and just concentrate on the sound will vibrate your head and open up these channels. So purely talking from the level of energetics, when you chant Aing or Ahang, which we had done earlier, then the sound intensifies here and helps these antennae, all your nerve endings, all your subtle nervous channels, which are concentrated here in the head, to become alive, to become receptive to the truth, the information, the infinity of the universe. So let us feel the sound. In your breath, feel the sound. Aing. Aing. Do not say G or M, but we'll take it as a nasal sound to the top of the head. Okay? Take a deep breath. Hear me once and then we'll repeat it. Everyone? Relax. Just relax. Just drop all your limbs. Relax your neck. Relax your head. If you want to hang it down, just hang it down for a few moments. You want to relax it back. Relax it back. and keep smiling. Always be in a smile. Sada mandahasam. Sada mandahasam. Always be smiling. Softly. Manda means soft. Hasam means smile. Always be with a soft smile. Because that is something you can maintain all the time. A state of bliss, a state of smilingness. Not over excitement, not over seriousness, no gloom, no worry, no anxiety. Always softly smiling in a state of bliss. There is nothing so important in this world that can take us away from that state if we become conscious of it. While we do whatever we do, nothing is so important or so essential that it can take us away from our state of equilibrium. And that is the victory of the war that goes on within us. That while we fight the war, while we win our little battles, we win it in a state of equilibrium, in a state of smilingness, in an inner state of divine bliss. So please remember, the attitude and the state is the Aadhar for doing all these mantras beautifully. The attitude and the state we are in is the Aadhar for absorbing these mantras properly and allowing them to vibrate at the different energy centers of our body. Otherwise, we will tend to jerk from one state to the other. We must not jerk from one state to the other. You have done this today. You must stay with this state. After we finish this session, stay with it for at least 5 minutes. After that, get up and do whatever you have to do. But please stay with it. Don't jump from one state to another. Flow. Important thing is to flow. So with that, we are coming to the end of this series together. Of course, this series is infinite. There is no end to the series. We called it Infinite Journeys. We covered some of those infinite journeys together. I am sure we will cover more of these journeys together on FOMO No More. Until whenever we start our new series on FOMO No More, you can join me on Shruti Foundation Facebook Live right now at 5:30 and on Wednesdays on Vedaranya Facebook Live. We will continue those two sessions every week. Today at 5:30 we will teach you how to build immunity with secrets of Indian heritage, and on Wednesday we have our Heal Your Life series going on. So you're most welcome to join us. If you have any questions and if we have a couple of minutes, you can very quickly ask me those questions. I cannot see your questions yet. But I see very nice comments. You could feel the difference after the Bij Mantras. Vinod ji and Rakhi could feel the difference, particularly after the 9 times chanting of Sah. Yes, or any of them, any of them. If you chant at least 9 or 12 times, you will see the difference. Devi ji had written the name of the chakra. The spelling I would like to correct very quickly. I'm sure you have written it in the Bengali style, so it became Shorbo. Siddhi Prada Chakra. If you write it in the Sanskrit pronunciation, it will be Sarva Siddhi Prada Chakra. That is the eighth chakra. Yes. So wherever you have Sarva, Sarva is spelled like this. Okay. Sarva. Sarva. Sarva Anandamaya, Sarva Siddhi Praga, Sarva Siddhi Prada, Sarva Rogahara, Sarva Rakshakara. So Sarva is pronounced as SRV or SARV or SARVA, Sarva, and then the rest of it. You will find these spellings also online. If you search for the Sri Yantra chakras, you will find it online. I'm sure you will also find videos that will teach you. So the idea was to start you on a journey of self-exploration, and once you have enjoyed this, the important thing is that you now go into your own seeking, your own research, both from outside and from inside. Important thing is to research these energies within, to feel the vibration, to experiment with them, to feel the transformation in your body, to feel the transformation in your organs. The important thing is that your journey has just begun. I have just lighted a lamp, but you have to carry that lamp through your exploration yourself. It's just the beginning of an ocean of discovery. So please go forth on this journey. Seek yourself. And I would always be there with you. If you have any questions, if you want to connect, please connect with me on email on vedaranya@gmail.com. So that's my email ID, and you're most welcome to ask me any questions that you might have after you have practiced. So important thing is try to practice. If you find a roadblock, come back to me and we will try to resolve it together. So thank you very much for being a part of this lovely journey together, this lovely togetherness that we have had for so many weeks. I wish you great joy, great surrender, great flow in life, great flow of consciousness. I wish you great letting go of your ideas and thoughts and emotions so that you can be happy in every state. We will end with a chant. Om Sahana Bhavatu, Sahanau Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhitamastu, Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Sahana Bhavatu, Sahanau Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhitamastu, Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.